Hi everyone, welcome to this new Gamersyde Live, this time again about Forza Motorsport 6. But this time we have no limitation of what we can show you, so we are going to show hopefully some interesting stuff. As you can see, this is a Formula E car, which is an electrical racing car, first generation. So it's a bit slow, but still an interesting addition to the roster. Anyway, we've got Driftwood as usual doing the playing and the talking. So here he is.
I'll try to do both, but I don't have the pressure of actually being any good because we can show you anything from free mode, so I can lose and lose and lose again. That won't matter anymore, and we'll try to also tell you a bit more about what we think about the game, what we think is well done, what we think could have been better, and well, basically, if you have questions or things you want to see, just let us know, and we'll try to, make you happy and show you what you want. So basically what we said in the French verdict is that this episode is probably the Forza that people wanted to see when Xbox One was released 2 years ago now, maybe even more. Again, I've lost count, and
Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah, it's got a lot of content in terms of cars, 460 something cars, and that are all available in the Forza Vista mode, so you can pick any car you want. So let's see, my cars here.
Yeah, it's an impressive amount of work went into modeling all these cars into any details, and well, we can already we can say the forbidden word, but yeah, this is something that hopefully Polyphony Digital and Sony are taking good notes of, and we won't see any PlayStation 2 level cars anymore in GT7.
Well,
anyway,
yeah, hopefully we'll have some news next week.
Yeah, or maybe at Paris Game Week, which will be funny because I'm going to Japan at the other end of the world, and maybe we get nothing, and then we'll get the Paris Games Week, which is and the Sony press conference is 10 minutes walk from where I live. So, yeah, a bit ironic.
It's a bit ironic indeed. So, Forza Vista mode, and of course you can enjoy.
We've got tricky question now. Is Forza 6 better than Forza Horizon 3? So two problems with the question. First, Forza Horizon 3 hasn't been released yet, so difficult, and it's two completely different games. Even they share the name Forza, but very different games, so no way to really compare. Personally, Horizon is much better for me because I don't like sims, but well, that's it.
Yeah, sure. It's just, if you like driving on the open road, you don't want to be playing Forza Motorsport. If you like tracks and you like sim racers, this is more your thing. So it's, like comparing, I don't know, say, I don't know actually comparing what to what, but it's, yeah, like FIFA now and the old soccer games from the arcades that you could find on
Virtua Striker from Sega,
for example, and yeah, it's a different philosophy, and so you might like it or not, but it's two different games, although they share the name Forza. So basically, it's technically it's much more impressive than the previous one was good, but there were some issues. So there's still some aliasing and a few things that you'll see. Okay, it could be more impressive maybe, but keep in mind that the game is 1080p 60 FPS all the time, 24 cars on track in the wet or at night. I've never seen any slowdown, so that's pretty amazing. And yeah, some of the tracks don't look as good as others. It's true, I will give you that, but overall it's a pretty good looking game, and also it's Forza, so you get the physics and driving even with a controller. And I'm not too fond of it anymore, since I've started playing with my wheel. But the thing is, I can't play with the wheel on Xbox One or PS4 because it's not compatible. So I have to accept the controller, the gamepad, and it works very well in Forza. For most cars, at least. I'm not too happy when I have to drive an Indy car or the only Formula 1 car there is, because it doesn't feel like you're driving at all. It's like everything is in, it looks way faster than, and even the way the cars move, it's not really for me. So I have a feeling that it's I'm watching a game in fast forward all the time, so that's a strange feeling. But other than that, it's the driving sensations are good. It's easy to learn, but hard to master is what people say, right? And they are the showcases, the career. So the career, to tell you the truth, I haven't finished all the volumes in time. So it's probably I'm almost at volume 5. But then again, when you finish, then you start over, and you have all the series you didn't try. So if you want to try and you want to finish and complete it, I think you have to finish it like maybe 6 times to see everything. But the career is I'm just starting maybe to feel a bit like it's been too much. I've played too much of the game for 6 days, and it was a bit too much in just 6 days. But it's just starting to feel that this way, because basically I have captured so many videos, and then all the editing and encoding, and then playing again and again and again. It was a bit crazy. But with the number of tracks they have and the different variations they have, you don't get to do the same tracks over and over again, as it could be in the past it was the case sometimes. And the result is you for example, you drive on the road Atlanta once, but it's the short version, and then much later you'll drive on the full version, or on a different version, and it never really feels the same thing. So, and then you change series every, well, it depends, but yeah, every 6 races max. So unless you're stuck with a series you don't like because you chose something that you didn't really want to play, it's not really long, and then you change and you choose something you like. The only problem I have is when you choose a series, you have a number of cars that are available you can buy, or that you have if you've won them, for example, and you can't test drive them unless you go back to the main menu and enter free mode. And when you're in career, you need to think and say, okay, I like like 3 cars I like in this series, so I have to remember them all, and then I go to free mode and then I try them all. And if you don't do that, you just say, okay, I'm going to try this one that I like, and then you realize you don't like it when you try it, and then say, okay, I have to go back to career, then choose or see what other car I can choose in the series, and then go back to free mode again, and then try it, and then see if I like it. And it's a bit annoying. I wish there were just a way to just say, okay, this car, I don't know if I'm going to like the way it drives, so I want to test drive it, and then I can buy it. And that would, that's the way I do it when I buy a car. Usually in real life, I don't just go there and say, okay, I'll buy this one because I like the color, or I like the shape. So
why not?
I don't have that kind of money to afford to do that. So these are the showcases, and they're also pretty good variety in them. You have you can compete with the Stig, the digital version of the Stig. As you can see, there was no way I could try everything, especially the endurance racing. And when you see that, you may be asked to drive 82 laps at Sebring, which is kind of a lot, especially on the rain. has to be very nerve-wracking, and yeah, you can accept.
It's important to mention that in endurance racing there is you have also to deal with the tire degradation.
Tire wear is also, yeah, it's something that you don't have to, you know, you don't care about it in the other races and in the career, but in endurance racing there's tire wear, and that is a nice also thing to have in a Forza game. Although, yeah, because you know the weather conditions are not going to change, because it's, you know, either it's sunny or it's raining, you won't have to change tires really, and the tire types you won't have to change, but still you have tire wear, and it's a nice addition to see that. So the showcases, you unlock them as you progress into the career, or as you simply beat the different events you're proposed here, for example. And the thing is, when you finish a race in the career mode, you can decide to go to the next race of the series, or you can simply decide, oh, okay, let's, you know, do something else. I'll choose something from the showcases, and I'll do some of them or just one of them before I go back to my career. And I think that's nice, because that actually also, when you get a bit bored because, well, it's been a few races and you don't like too much the ride that you've chosen, and you can do something else. And when I was driving a Jeep, it was fun in a way, but it was also not that exciting sometimes. So I was happy to go, you know, and have it's kind of a passing event with a Ford GT where I had to pass 80 cars or something, and where it could be tight. Actually, the video I showed, I didn't do a very good job in the second lap, and it was so close. Like the last car, I think I passed on the finishing line. So that you know, there are really moments where there's the enjoyment because of that pressure that you felt. And it's just a bit of a shame that the AI can be inconsistent sometimes. You know, you beat them very easily, but you know, one race, suddenly there's the first guy who just, you know, goes so fast that it's, you know, is so far away, but sometimes you get to catch up with him. Don't really understand why all of a sudden, or sometimes you just don't. But
yeah, well, maybe some kind of rubber bonding, I would say, but
I'm not too sure. It felt like that when, you know, it was waiting for me, but every time it was not. Yeah, but maybe it was me driving, you know, perfectly, and that's why, I don't know. But yeah, so what I can show you, because I know that was popular, unless there are, if you have specific demands, things you want to see, but I could show you. Well, I could show you this. This is a bit, I think it's going to be a big failure, especially since I have never driven this car. But well, hell, you know, you only live once or twice, I don't remember actually. And so yeah, career is much better than before, but to me it would benefit from a more a different type of, you know, structure, the way it's built. I don't like the fact that you have to finish first, second or third to be allowed to go to the next race. I would like something more, you know, championship like, something that, okay, you're bad, the AI is too strong for you, but you don't want to, you know, tone down the level of the AI. You want to play like that, and you're last, and that's okay, or you're seventh, but you had to battle to keep that seventh place. And sometimes I'm very satisfied with my racing, even when I'm 7th or 8th or 10th, let's say. And the thing is, you may be satisfied, but you know, the game will punish you because you'll have to start over, because you have to be first, second or third. And I wish it were different. It's not that big a deal. It won't be a big deal for Forza fans, but I don't know. I don't need, you know, a story or anything. I don't care about that. But I want to be able to go see the next event without having to be first. That's my
find a way to reward being on the podium some other way, but let people finish the whatever position. Of course, not last, but should be able to get a pass sometimes, at least.
One thing also that is a bit of a disappointment, I would say, is that even though on this track that might be complicated to do, but you don't get, oops, sorry, so it is, for example, you don't get any penalty for doing that, and since, well, I actually damaged the car, so this is my kind of penalty, I guess. So sometimes it can be a problem because it can really affect the driving then. But for example, if you cut the corner,
and again,
yeah, and again, I'm just not too concentrated.
Yeah, it's because your brakes are dead.
Oh, probably, but also because I'm not really
paying
focused.
attention. Yeah.
But for example, you can cut corners, and the AI sometimes actually cuts corners too, and you don't get, you know, any penalty for that either. And so in a way, it doesn't, you know, there's no big incentive to drive carefully or to drive correctly. And some tracks you can really gain time. So of course, the laps, the time you make won't count, and it won't. Of course, you won't find it online after that. So sure, but for the career itself, if you really want to win, well, you know, just cut corners. That's not really a problem, unless it's a car that doesn't really like cutting corners, or, you know, or the rain also can affect that. It's quite horrible when you leave the track in the rain. You lose a lot of time. But yeah, I was a bit surprised there was nothing. You know, they had. Yeah, but yeah, that's. Maybe that's just me, and people won't really care about that, but I'm not too sure. A lot of people mentioned it, and I was a bit surprised. Sorry. So again, in my defense, I don't know really the car, and I'm trying to talk at the same time.
Yeah, well, I've got nothing to say, I'm afraid.
No, man. So driving in the rain, great. A bit exaggerated, I would say. Sometimes the puddles are so dangerous and so in the middle of the road that I don't think, if it were to happen in real life, that they would leave.
Let people race.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let people continue the race.
Right,
So
no.
I'm sorry.
Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful indeed. And that's yeah. I understand why they did that, because, you know, it's more fun. There's more tension. It actually is a different game when in the rain, and I like it. I love it, I would say. But the thing is, again, that's a bit of a disappointment, because it's just a few tracks. You don't get rain on many tracks where there should be rain, and it feels a bit like, okay, we have a new feature, but, you know, it'll be there in the next maybe game, but, you know, it's just like us testing on a few tracks to see, you know, if people like it, or if it works. And I really hope they can add the rain on some of the tracks, and night also, because night racing actually is also a lot of fun, and it looks also crap. It looks also quite incredible because of the shadows and everything that can happen. Also, I'll show you if you want, but I think I know the Nürburgring video at night that I posted. You know, the driving was not exceptional, but people enjoyed the atmosphere, and I did too. You know, and even though I didn't win the race, I lost. I think I started 10th, and then I lost a few places because of some guy who was not really careful with me, that was trying to pass him. And but overall, the AI, you know, when you oh shoot.
Wow.
Yeah, well, you don't want to do that.
Nope.
You don't want to do that, and that's the problem if you don't remember exactly where the pedals are, especially in cockpit view. And so yeah, the AI, well, I don't know if he said deactivate is the word, but I deactivated the aggressiveness of the AI, and I'm playing like an idiot. It's just awful. So I set it to off or on. I don't remember exactly, and I have never, not that much, maybe a few times, but you know, I guess it's normal. I actually bump into cars also, so I guess it's normal that they would. But yeah, you can drive correctly. You don't have to. You're not going to get angry at them for, you know, just pretending you're not there and throwing you off track, pushing you off track, I would say, and that's cool, because that's usually one of the problems when you run against the AI. Oh, I forgot the puddle here. And yeah, it's clearly the Forza game people wanted to play when Forza 5 was released, with the promises of the things that people were, you know, longing for. And it's just a shame that they didn't do more rain and night, and that maybe the career.
Hopefully, some free DLC.
I don't know about that. I mean, I would love if it could happen. I would really love it, and I would be the first in line to try the new.
There was some pretty good DLC on Forza 5, so.
Yeah, but the reason there were is because, you know, probably they also felt that the content was a bit, you know, weak, so they had to make up for it. So
yeah, sure, it was a launch title, so. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
I guess it also depends on the feedback of the community, you know.
And it wasn't too bad.
Well, it could have been worse. Oh no.
Well, yeah, that was worse.
Ah, shoot.
You almost didn't crash.
Almost.
Yes, the aquaplaning is it's a bit too, well, either on or off, I guess.
Ah, the thing is, like I said, is like on Sebring, there's one that's in the middle of a corner, and well, you know, it's not too difficult to drive through it when you know, or when you know your car also. But at the same time, I can't imagine like a race in these conditions that seems, you know, like just wanting the pilots to kill themselves. So yeah, it's a game. So come on.
The drivers, not the pilots.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I know.
The drivers.
I always make that mistake, so no worries.
Yeah, no, but you know, sometimes probably because of the Indy cars, it feels like actually being in the plane.
You're jet pilot.
Yeah. Okay, I realized that I am not aware of, you know, anything. I'm driving with manual gear, and I'm not doing a good job at all. I'm just oh no.
Ah, no, you got that one.
Yeah, when I focus a bit, like usually you can. That's the good thing. You lose time, and sometimes it can be, you know, like in that race on Spa, where during the preview event, where I actually almost, you know, lost control, and I stayed on track, but then two cars just passed me on each side, and
yeah, you got a GIF of
oh
that.
yeah, right. It's true. It's
the news, yeah.
Miguel did that one. I took care of the come on.
Well, is that one way to take this corner?
Yeah, it is. You know. So of course the yeah, the time I'll make won't be uploaded online because of what I did. But yeah. Let's say if there had been a few cars, maybe I could have passed them. But you know, it's not saying that it's you know, you're satisfied when you do that, but let's say that you can't. Also, something is maybe a bit disappointing, but it's always been the case in Forza, is the damage model is, it's not really convincing, you know. You won't be able to wreck your car completely. You'll be able to wreck it, like damage it enough so that you won't be able to, well, you'll be able to continue the race, but considering the speed you'll have, it'll be impossible. But the thing is, yeah, it will never look like the car is completely wrecked. But I guess there are reasons for that. So when you're in free mode, like I think I said that the other day, you can go to the next race and you can, well, more or less select the next track with the X button. Although I think there's a limited number each time, so you don't get to, you know, circle through all the tracks. But at least you don't have to play on a track you don't want to, and you can continue with the same car, and you don't have to go back to the main menu to change the track if you want to keep the same car, which is pretty neat, I think. If you want to just have fun in free mode.
Well, you still get a very, very long loading time anyway. You
do, but you don't. You only get once, not. You only get it once for the next race, not twice. Like, you know, 2 loading times. That's yeah, that's also an issue with the series for quite a long time. So yeah, hopefully it'll get better one day. So is there anything, if there are people watching?
I'm afraid there isn't many people. We've got Jackie Chun and Pumba so far.
So, so the French team is
Antigris. So he wants the Peugeot 908 HDI FAP on Le Mans, which FAP is the French for filtre à particules, and not something else.
So which one is it?
I don't know, 908 HDI.
No, it's the same. There's only the one. You know, it's 2 different teams. It's Matmut and...
No, one is 2009 and the other in 2011.
Okay, yeah. So that would be...
I would say that one.
Well, if it's the one I tried when I was at the preview event, it's one car I didn't like at all. But
well, yeah, it would be nice then.
So which track do you want then?
Which track? Let's do another new track. The one you like, you were talking about in the French stream.
Watkins Glen?
I guess.
Okay. Okay. Why not? Why not? But I wish we could yeah, we could drive this track in the rain. Really do. Maybe even at night. I think, you know, some parts would be you know, pretty dark, and well,
at
most
night
of the track
in the rain. That would be an awesome DLC.
Yeah, that's something that, yeah, there's no night and rain racing. It's just night or rain or daylight, and not on every track. And on very few tracks, actually, when you think of it, well, very few environments, more than, you know, because of course when you have night and Daytona, for example, you can have night and different versions of Daytona. So that's only so basically, yeah, just start race. That's all. There's no practice in free mode, but you get that in career. I don't like
some nice engine noise around you.
Yeah, but mine just sounds like crap. It's just like a vacuum
also,
cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it sounds like a vacuum cleaner. Really. Try not to wreck the car too.
Yeah, well, the acceleration isn't bad.
Yeah, I don't know. It's but I don't like the sound. It was actually At the preview event, that was complicated because we didn't have. Oh no!
Wow.
Oh yeah, that was bad. But oh.
Oh.
Some of the Let's see. Here, that's a bit dangerous to do that with such a car. But with some of the cars,
maybe you could try in the bonnet view.
Yeah, well, we're just trying to show that I could do it before I realized I couldn't. But sometimes, yeah, the brake, the AI, but well, here they're braking, which is normal because there's a corner. But here, see, it's probably because it's the AI is not high enough. But sometimes you get the feeling that they should be accelerating, or at least they shouldn't be braking, and they are. Or they could actually drive a bit faster in the corners.
What happened?
What happened is I happened. It's just that I pushed too hard on the accelerator, and
okay.
Yeah, that's all. That was not one of the drivers actually pushing me. It was just me.
Oh, I thought it was.
No. It was really me. You see, actually the AI, you know, the braking was a bit too strong, I think, for this corner. And sometimes that explains why you arrive too fast and you can't brake in time, and you ow. So I have another rival, and the rival is someone who did, you know, I have to try to beat his time. So that's basically all there is during the races, and then you can go into rival mode and try to compete with the ghosts of other drivers. But other than me, you know, bumping into the other cars, you can see that for the most part, I mean,
yeah,
you know, they're
clean racing. Yeah.
It's clean racing, and the problem is really that sometimes they should go faster, but that's probably again because it's when the AI is set to average or above average, the higher they are, the less, you know, the more intelligent probably they are, and so they tend to be they are extra careful, I would say, in average difficulty setting, or you know, lower.
Change your gear.
Yes, I know, I'm trying to speak. So you can see that some of the guys there actually lost control and left the road, and that's also something that I appreciate about Forza 6. You can, you know, there's always a chance that, you know, they're going to make mistakes, and that you can take advantage of it somehow. I don't hear the engine sound that much sometimes. So. Okay.
I almost thought you were going to overtake all three of them.
Yeah, but look at the tires. I mean, they were. I think I don't know if they actually went all red, but yellow. It's starting to be harder. The grip is very good, and don't pay attention to the way you brake, and it was going too fast. So that's why I lost control. Ah, shoot. And you have to remember that, especially when, well, you don't. That's why it's hard when you play, when you're speaking at the same time. Is that you have to remember that you know, pressing hard on the right trigger to accelerate or brake is not the way you want to be driving in Forza, because that's when you lose control. And that's when I lost control in the first corner after the finishing line.
Hey, executioner, sorry.
Oh.
You're late.
Yeah, and you're just in time to see me
Fail hard.
Yeah, fail hard, yeah. Well, I didn't like the car when I tried it at the preview event. I don't like it more now.
Saying that because you're losing.
And the sound is much better, actually. It sounds more like a racing car when you're in the external view, and that's probably the first car I actually have driven that gives me that feeling. Usually in even I think in project cars, sometimes the sounds are incredible, you know, using the external view, and you know, when cockpit view or even using the bonnet view, it's less impressive. You know, it's more well common. And in Forza, I never felt that it was the case. Well, except for this car, I haven't tried all the cars, so, but all the cars I've played with.
You didn't try all the 460 cars?
No, I think.
What kind of a reviewer are you?
I'm not a reviewer. That's why there's no review. There's, you know, like an
that
opinion.
explains a lot.
It explains a lot of things. I'll become a reviewer when we make so much money that I can actually get paid.
Well, already get paid, so you can have both.
I'm getting paid?
No, I do.
Oh, yeah, you are. Okay.
Oh yeah. So much money.
That's why you review so many games.
Yeah.
So I'll select another car. Maybe Executioner UK can choose one.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Because he, you know, came in late, so.
Let's reward him with a choice for his watching.
Oh, do you think he stopped watching? Is listening? Is he listening?
Yeah, he's talking. He's asking how long we've been streaming. French stream started well,
9.
At 9, yeah, and your English stream started 40 minutes ago.
Yeah. But the replay will be available as usual. So all the things I said about the what the game does very well and what I wish it would do better is already. I think we've covered most of the things. I am just checking the French quick verdict that we posted on Tuesday, but yeah, I was also I was not surprised, but there's no Porsche in the game.
Yeah, he wants the Lamborghini Gallardo.
Sure, that I can do. Lamborghini. No, that's not it. Okay.
Yeah, take the Superleggera.
Which one? Oh,
the Superleggera.
Superleggera.
Or so whatever.
Nice green. And so, what track now? Track.
Yeah, some other guy wanted the RER A, but nah. Feels a bit too much like on track.
What should I show?
On race, not on track. Whatever. It's late, it's Friday.
And we're French.
Yeah.
I really don't know
what track to take. Well, let's go for Brands Hatch, I guess. This one is new too.
Yeah, it's new. The Brands Hatch in the sunny one, or?
No, in the rain.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, with the Gallardo it will be fun.
Don't have the same definition of fun.
Well, watching you.
Yeah, but driving in the rain is.
Well, even for you don't curse when live streaming. But I can imagine in my head all the cursing you would be doing normally.
I haven't.
Even funnier, in fact.
I haven't cursed that much playing Forza 6. Much less than playing
That's
Drive Club.
That's not what I heard from a certain David person.
That guy is just bragging about, going to some event yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Posting pictures. I
have no idea what you were talking about.
Yeah.
With nice buffet and everything.
Yeah, but he was posting pictures of
yeah, I know.
Posters on Facebook.
And we're very, very, well, let's say, Not very nice about it.
So no, I didn't curse that much playing Forza 6. And he didn't listen to me play
for
Forza
the
6
people
much.
wanting to know, we were at a Tomb Raider event yesterday where we got to play the first 2 hours and a half, let's say, of the game, and also record some footage. We will be able to show you this on September 24, and yeah, we've got some nice stuff.
Really nice teasing.
Well, I'm not really teasing, where I basically said everything I was allowed to say, so...
Yeah, sure, but it's, you know, letting people know that they're gonna get Gamersyde quality direct feed footage.
Yeah, the nice thing is that, yeah, we were allowed to bring our own hardware. We knew beforehand, it was the first time it ever happened, that we were allowed to record direct feed footage. So we brought our recording hardware, so we got some lossless capture, which is exactly the same way we do it when we are at home. So we'll be able to do some very, very good quality videos. And Defton was also played quite well, so yeah, good footage.
But we won't be able to show you the first 2 hours of the game because it's
the first 2 hours of the game, basically we have already seen in the various videos. It was just, of course, it just cut some stuff in the videos, but no, the first 2 hours, honestly, we have nothing really new to show. The new stuff is basically when we were allowed to record. So yep, no, it's good thing.
Ciao.
Yeah, it's like it's fun driving the Gallardo in the rain.
Yeah, it's I like Lamborghinis usually, and
yeah, big Lambos, always fun. Well, the Lamborghinis are fun to drive now that they are owned by Audi. Before they were just bonkers looking cars, but from the people who actually drove them, they were terrible to drive.
oh shoot. I'm trying not to...
Yeah, we've got Nonax saying that our English is too bad. I guess he only listened to you drift and not me.
Oh no, don't say that.
Ah, he can say it.
But Nonak
I don't mind.
Nonak is from Quebec, isn't
English
he?
is
So
good.
Nonak is from Quebec, I think. It's the Nonak we know. On the French side, I mean.
Oh, you're second.
I'm second, yeah. That's, you know, the way I can play when you're doing all the talking and I'm just playing.
Oh, that's right, I'm talking.
You were. You're not.
Yeah, well, I'm going to stop then.
No.
No, there's sadly nothing more I can say about the preview event yesterday, except that, yeah, we had a very nice buffet with some very good stuff to it. So, yeah, I guess it was our bribes. I'd rather get money, but I'll take whatever I can.
Oh no, don't make me laugh now. Okay, so I'm... okay, doesn't like the grass. The wet grass.
Tigger is saying that you're not too bad at English. Yeah, well, it's a bit. You're an English teacher, so.
Yeah, blah blah blah. I know a lot of English teachers that, you know, aren't too good. No, not people I know for real, but I've, you know, met people where wanted to be teachers and didn't really sound English or whatever. No. So gently pressing the left trigger. And you can see that, you know, the first guy is actually very good, or I'm not, well, no, I'm not good. That's what I'm doing. This?
Yeah, you suck.
I suck balls.
No, I didn't say that. You just suck, marginally suck.
But with style.
We've got some French people trying to write in English on the chat, and I have absolutely no idea what they're saying.
Really? So yeah.
Yeah.
4 laps. I mean, I don't know. Oh. That's actually, I'm losing it.
Alright, so Executioner is asking for 1 lap with mixed cam views.
Okay. Happy to oblige.
Oh, Yakishun is shocking. So someone do something, he's shocking.
Shocking?
I think he wanted to say shocked.
Oh, shocked.
Of the insults, but yeah, he's choking, so yeah.
Oh, choking!
The doctor or something, yeah.
Oh. Some second again. But soon I'll be last because I'm going to have to play an external view because of, you know, Executioner UK.
Yeah. Who's your daddy now?
Oh no. Well, okay, that could have been worse. Okay, so I'll try external view. And then Bloom's gonna say something about the car not looking really right in the
are you saying that there's not a lot of car or there's a lot of car? Because either you made a typo or you're missing a word. Because there is 460 cars, so I would say it's a lot. So I'm going to assume you said that. And is the game fun to play? Well, you should. I'm going to let you.
It's fun to play, alright. I mean, you know, if you you know, don't want to be too hard, you can use the assist, and it's still interesting to play with the assist on, and actually makes it some of the cars drivable, at least to me, especially the faster ones that can be tweaking.
Most cars in real life, even racing cars, have assists.
Yeah, I know.
So
but, you know,
really removing the assists is basically making them harder than they are in real life. For simulation, it doesn't make them a lot of sense.
A lot of people think that sim races have to be played without the assists because, you know, that's the way real men drive. Or something.
Yeah, well,
to that
I say that to the drivers who risk their lives driving these cars with some assists. Not all of them. For example, the Formula 1 car has basically no assist whatsoever, but
and the one Formula car is horrible to drive without assists. So yeah, I mean, that I'm ready to accept that I'm not doing it just like the real drivers.
Especially the new generation of Formula 1 cars with the curse with the V6 turbo and the curse that's basically controlled by the computer inside the engine. It's got a lot of torque, so if you just press the pedal just slightly too much, the car is going to go everywhere but in the direction you want it to go.
So yeah, I think we haven't watched any replay up until now, so, and I'm not, I don't think I actually showed.
Maybe we'll just stop with that, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think I actually showed the replay on Brands Hatch in the direct video.
Oh, you need to do more videos then. You missed something.
Yeah, I missed a few things. Incredibly enough, I did miss a few things. I realized it, but that's why actually I added the well, it was, what was it? Not yesterday, the Wednesday evening.
Yeah,
I realized that
Nürburgring at night.
Yeah, Nürburgring at night. That was done very last minute because I said, okay, I didn't show the Nürburgring at night, and Bloom's going to be happy if I if I actually put up 32 videos and not just 30.
Yeah, well, 32 is a nice number because it's a multiple of, well, it's 2 power of 5. 2, 4, 8. Yeah, so it's a good number for a programmer, but still, you're a crazy man.
I am, but you know, that's what I get to be when we get gamers early, and well, luckily for you, it doesn't happen very much. And there is nothing to spoil. Although, yeah, something I never understand is why there were so many restrictions regarding Forza and what we could show. You know, even on Tuesday, and yeah, even though well, YouTubers didn't really care about the NDA restrictions, we decided to wait until Thursday, and yeah, probably the reason why it didn't do us any good. Maybe just a bit good, but not that much, because people had already seen everything. But yeah, that I don't get, you know, even the fact that they wouldn't let us show the old tracks. Why was that? You know, why? What surprise did they want to keep? That's I don't get it, but yeah, fine. Restrictions for
restrictions' sake, I guess. That's not easy to say.
Yeah, well, never mind. So, all in all, just to summarize what we can say about Forza, everything that's good. It's, you know, it's a gorgeous looking game, 1080p and 60 FPS, no slowdowns, 24 you know, drivers on track, and in the wet at night doesn't change anything. It's 60 FPS. Driving is top notch. The driving sensations, and sometimes you get, you know, it's really thrilling to drive some of the tracks in, you know, depending on the conditions and the car. It's incredible. More content than before, and the career is it's not the best, but it's better. I would like it if it was more like a championship and you didn't have to finish first, second or third to be able to go to the next race, because I don't like to be punished, because I actually enjoyed you know, racing, and I am happy with my 7th place, but no, the game thinks it's not enough, so you have to do it again. And sometimes I can simply be happy with my 7th place because the, you know, the battle that happened was just great. You get a lot more, well, you get a lot of money, credits, you win cars, so you won't have the problems, you know, that were pointed out in Forza 5. There are no microtransactions that I know of, except for the future DLCs we'll get for the cars, of course. And 460 cars, all for Forza Vista. Of course, you get to personalize to well, tune your cars as like before, but also personalize them, the liveries that you can create from the community. Also, you can upload the best one from the community. It's that's why I got an Audi Star Wars The Force Awakens car in the videos. Sound engines are good as usual, but some of the cars I was a bit disappointed. So maybe that's because the real cars don't sound very nice. But so the rain and night, it's just great. Problem is, you don't get them on every track, and you actually get them on very few tracks in the end. So it's more than a bit disappointing. It's disappointing, and there are more tracks than before, so the career is less boring because you don't get the feeling that you're doing the same thing over and over again on the same track. So that's nice. Even sometimes it's not just, you know, the same track but a different version of it. It's, you know, it adds variety, and the weather conditions, of course, also the arrival of, you know, the addition of new tracks like Monza, Brands Hatch, Watkins Glen. You know, I like these tracks and I'm happy to see them in Forza. I really like the Rio track. I get the some kind of a PGR vibe playing it, and the if you haven't watched it, I really enjoyed my my race with the Ferrari GTO in Rio. It's one of the 32 videos. I had a blast playing that, and I think I fell in love with that track, of that, you know, when doing that race. But you know, on the downside, you know, you can't race in the rain and at night at the same time, and some of the tracks don't look just as good as others. So some are, you know, yeah, they aliasing, you know, can show more maybe, or it's just that, you know, the tracks themselves are not that nice in real life, so they don't look incredible in the game. Some tracks are missing, you know, some tracks of the series are missing. I wish we could have everything in one game one day. And I think the Formula 1 car, I think there's just the one Formula 1 car, and the Indy cars, they're more or less broken. I mean, I don't like to drive them. Maybe that's just me, but it doesn't feel really realistic the way they move, and the acceleration is incredible, but yeah, I don't know, I think there's something odd, at least to me. And yeah, the fact that you get no penalty when you cut corners, I think that's a bit of a shame, because that actually is one more reason to drive like a maniac sometimes, and not to be a gentleman driver, unless you really want to be one, and you never cut corners, because that's not what you do. And the loading times pretty long as usual, and that's about it, I think.
Yeah, we've
said it all.
We've got
yes?
One last question, I guess, from Executioner. Oh well, he's got a reply from Regal, but I'm going to say it anyway. He was asking if the rear view mirrors, or at least in a car it was not a mirror, but it was a rear view camera, I guess, inside the cockpit. He was asking if it was running at 60 FPS. The rear view mirrors run at 60 FPS if there's no other cars on track, so if you're doing time trials. Otherwise it runs at 30. Which
is not really a problem, to be honest. No. There was a time, I think it's in the Ford Capri video, I'm driving the BMW against Ford Capris on Watkins Glen. It's a showcase event, and sometimes the cars behind me were really close, and you could see like a lot of aliasing and everything, because you know the cars were huge in the rearview mirrors. But other than that, really, you know, it's more than okay, you know. I mean, I used to, you know, have a good time on, you know, playing the crew, and there was no rearview mirrors in the crew, so I guess I'm not too picky on rearview mirrors. But
yeah, that's because you're a fanboy of the crew, but
I, you know, may have been at some point. Then I stopped being one, but you know, then I can also, I know that, you know, some of the things it does well and some of the things it doesn't do well, and I can.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see what's going to happen in a few months with the update.
Like I said, you know, during Gamescom, I was pleasantly surprised to see what they had been doing, and you know, it's clearly not going to be a realistic experience, but it should be fun, and I hope it's going to be fun, because that is the that is making me want to play the game again, and if it fails to interest me, then yeah, I'll have spent a lot of time on the game, but a year ago, and that'll be it. And I can only hope that the new lightning system, the weather conditions, and the drift spec that I was surprised to enjoy very much, and the bikes, of course, will be enough to make me want to drive the US again. And I can use my wheel on PC, so you know, at least that's something to look forward to.
Right.
Well,
so I guess we are done. Next week, maybe Drift will do a solo live, or maybe we'll do, if we have something to say, we'll have a live from Tokyo, because we'll be in Tokyo for the TGS, which is, well, just a pretext to go to Tokyo and just explore the city and the surroundings, because, well, it's a lovely country. But yeah, we'll see. So maybe in the live, maybe a few lives. It will be a surprise.
We don't really know yet, but as usual,
well, it's not like we know usually anyway.
No, we just basically improvise stuff. So these are my very nice images, screenshots yeah, not the best one. I'm not quite the photographer, I have to say, but yeah, it's a nice tool. So you can also of course save your replays if you want, and then with the replays you can take pictures of anything you want. And yeah, some well, as usual, it looks really nice, you know. So
yeah.
You know, be artists and amaze us and post your own screenshots in the comments if you want.
By all means.
By all means. And until then, until next time, sorry. Well, enjoy your weekend.
Yeah. And have a nice weekend. Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye.